All right, welcome back, students. We are in Unit 6 in the grammar section. I know you guys love grammar, so let's get to it. Google Classroom says for page 40 and 41 in the grammar section, we need to read the grammar notes and we need to complete exercises A, B, D, and E. You do not have to do exercise C. All right, so let's go here. We're going to do A, B, not C, D, and E. All right, so let's read about modal auxiliaries, must and have to. All right, use must and have to express obligation or strong advice. Must is stronger than have to. Must in the negative tells something that you are under an obligation not to do, while don't have to expresses something you can choose not to do. So when we say stronger, for example, if I say you have to do this, it means you should. But if I say you must do this, that means there's no choice. So let's read some examples. You must take your shoes off in here. That means no matter what, you have to take your shoes off. It is not an option. You must not take photographs. That means you are not allowed to take photographs. It's almost midnight. I have to go. So I have to go means, I should go, but I could stay a little bit longer. It's a choice. I don't have to wear a uniform to school. This means you don't have to, but you can. So, for example, color days. On color days, you don't have to wear a uniform. You can, but you don't have to. The past of have is had. So they had to put on insect repellent during the day and night in the jungle. We're talking in the past, they had to. And this note right here, must not is very strong. Speakers commonly use can't or shouldn't to express something not to do. You can't talk in the library. You shouldn't make noise in a movie theater. When we're using can't or shouldn't, it's a little more polite, I guess you could say. People view must not because it's very strong. You must not. Like it's an order. So there is no choice, there is no option. You must not. So this is very, very strong. These are a little more polite, I guess you could say. And then, so that's must and have to. Now we're going to talk about had better. So had better, as I mentioned before in the other video, is similar to should. You should. It means that someone should do something or it is advisable for someone to do something. So for example, should I take an umbrella? Yes, you had better. It might rain. So this is saying basically you should take it because it will probably rain. Might is maybe. You had better not tell them about the party. They might get angry. You'd better not means you shouldn't. And then this last one, I'd better leave now or I'll be late. I had better, I should. So when you see had better, think should. Oh, let's let's do it like this. So when you see had better, you should think should. Just like that. All right. So the last grammar note in this section is reflexive pronouns. So you guys already know this in Spanish, so let's do this in English. Use reflexive pronouns when the subject and object are the same. So I hurt myself. I, myself. You cut yourself. You, yourself. He burned himself. He, himself. Not hisself, himself. She washed herself. She, herself. We saw ourselves on TV. So we, ourselves. So self is singular. Selves is plural. So self is singular, selves is plural. You must take care of yourselves. All right, so you, yourselves. Remember, you is both singular and plural, so you need to pay attention. There's only you, like you, one person, yourself. But if I'm saying you, like ustedes, that's yourselves. And then the last one, they taught themselves English. All right, so that is that. And the examples in Spanish are, like when I say me voy, that's I'm going myself. Or siéntate, it's like sit yourself down, sit down. So that's an example. So when you see like se, te, me at the end of verbs in Spanish or in front of verbs, that's basically the same concept. And typically, not typically, but the majority of the time when you use a reflexive pronoun, it's talking about alone. Like I did it myself, he did it himself, she cleaned the kitchen herself means by yourself, no one helped you. So the majority of how we use reflexive pronouns is the meaning of alone, without help. So that is the grammar lesson for right now. So must and have to, had better, and reflexive pronouns. That's a lot. Don't worry about it. Let's just work through these exercises. And when we have classes again, normal classes, I should say, we'll practice this more. So exercise A says complete the sentences using blame himself, helped ourselves, burn yourself, cut myself, take care of themselves, or protect herself. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answers, 6 questions. So we will use each one only once. Be careful. The pan is hot. You'd better use a mitt or you'll. All right, if it's hot, that's probably burn yourself. Oh, sorry, let me get rid of that one. I just want to move. Ay, ay. Sorry. I'm just trying to get this one. There we go. All right, sorry about that. All right, so be careful. It's hot. You better use a mitt or you'll burn yourself. Let's cross out that one. All right. Number 2, she should wear a hat to blank from the sun. She should wear a hat, so which one of these is she? Himself, ourselves, myself, themselves, herself. All right. She had better wear a hat to protect herself from the sun. Number 3, this razor is really sharp. I blank while I was shaving. So the subject is I. So which one of these is I? Himself, ourselves, myself, themselves. Is cut myself. So I cut myself. Oops, sorry, I misspelled that. Myself while I was shaving. So I and my. And then number 4, the accident wasn't his fault. He shouldn't blank for it. So we're looking for he, himself, ourselves, themselves. So this one, blame himself. So he shouldn't blame himself for it. Number 5, the restaurant had a buffet service, so we blank to food. All right, first let's mark out blame themselves. All right, so we, remember we is ourselves, so right here, helped ourselves. So we helped ourselves to food. All right. And number 6, their children, Kate and Kevin, have grown up. The pair can blank the blank now. The last one is themselves. So take care of themselves. Take care of themselves now. So the pair is they and themselves. So that's